खूप खूप शुभेच्छाओं मेरे मित्रों. Numeri Kamcho. Ik vata e choka sapene tonk samai ma shante ja dirij tamaro kub kubev har. Hey everyone, this is Yaki the Free playing in the Hell Hades 2025 free-to-play challenge. It is day 54 in the books, and in about 10 hours I'm going to get 500 energy for day 55. It is the first start of our 6th year anniversary celebration and got a free sacred shard today. I was excited because I had one for the 1+1, but now there's two. I got one for turning level 60 last night. That was a bunch of Gujarati that I was speaking. It's an Indian dialect out of Gujarat state, which is in the northwestern area of India. And a neat thing about their religion, one of the predominant religions in India and of Gujarati is Hindu. And a belief of the Hindu religion, you might have seen the symbol. It kind of looks like a really big three, actually, I guess in your way. And it's got a dot and another. The symbol is like an om. So that chant, that om, om. It's representing the natural vibration of the universe. So when the people are chanting in a meditative state with that om, that is the sound of the universe traveling through them. Whether you believe in it or not, that's what it means. I think it's wonderful that people think that we're all connected. That star way over there and that speck of dust right next to you, sitting right next to you right now, it's all connected by that same vibration sound, that om. So let's take a look at the leaderboard. As I was teasing in Gujarati, saying, what are you here for? Obviously, you're here for the 1+1. So, Shanti Jao, take it easy, calm down. I'll get there in a second. So, Yakini the Free is still in 4th overall here, but Bront Catheter has started to make a nice separating point between us again. I'm 517 points back. And Rob the Nice Guy, I don't think is going to have any issue holding first place overall, especially since they keep climbing in Doom Tower. However, speaking of a progressive kind of thing, Yakini the Free did some things yesterday again that made me very happy. Okay, let's take a look in Clan Boss. Let's go into one key. And I didn't show the run. However, I had my best overall here, as you're looking at 35.55 million. Good enough for 4th overall on Nightmare. Then, because we got a extra key, I tried to do something in Ultra Nightmare, and I finally did it. I'm on the leaderboard here. You can see it. There's only 9 people that have gotten the first chest on one key so far on Ultra Nightmare. And Yakety the Free so far is the last one. I won't be able to duplicate this, but that's a 4-key Ultra Nightmare. It's not going to be something I can do again. But I'm happy that I've done it once thus far. The reason I know I can't do it again currently is because Dathy had an 11-turn streak. He just kept getting relentless procs and his own procs, and boom, boom, he just throw it in damage. It's not going to happen again. Now, the leaderboards are done. We're here for this 1+1. This account, I think, has used this 2 sacred shards here. Will total 10 sacreds on this account. Never pulled a legendary. Now, the upcoming faction war trials are Lizardmen and Sacred Order. So that obviously means the first shard's going to give me Wixwell and Teox. Anywho, I wish you all the best of luck. I expect to get 2 epics out of here. That's fine by me. Let's go. Let's see what happens with a free Sacred Shard from Raid Shadow Legends. Epic number 1. That's the 3rd ultimate gimmick on this account, man. Get out of my life, dude. I have a +2 ultimate Gaelic. It might be time, or Galek, it might be time for me to 6-star this fool, man. That's crazy. Don't you give me another Gaelic. Give me another epic I don't have, please. And who is this? Spider. I think Spider's like a huge setup hero, right? He had 50% chance of removing whatever debuff, attacks all enemies, decreases their buffs by 1, and has a chance to place decrease attack. A chance. That's not bad. It's 75% only. Has a 60% chance to put a weaken and a decrease attack on everybody. So it's a 100% chance, but it's a 5-turn cooldown. And his speed in dungeons by 25. That's a nice aura. I don't really need, it's a shame that that's a 5 turn cooldown. That's crazy. Anyways, I was hoping for something obviously better than that. You know what? For the fun of it, let's throw in a void shard. Let's get a nice blue chicken. I can't believe I have picked out this fool again, Huntress, for the you can get her from fragments out of the what do you call it? The 3v3 arena, tag team arena. But that's the third ultimate Galek out of here. So let's go into is it I forget where you go. Is it token trader? I forget where I go to empower. Do you have to go directly to the Guardian Ring? I apologize. So let's go to empower champion. Yep. So ultimate Galek. Do I plus to him or do I want to add bonus for my epics? I'm going to hold off because I have a Tagore as well, right? So we'll wait off on that. So let's go into the Mortal Soul Stones. Obviously, I was really hoping to pull, a double Lego. It's not happening. That's okay. Let's see if I can finally get Arbiter or Wukong a Soul Stone. And I think there's a Soul Stone tournament going on right now, anyways. Wow. I have a Torax and I already have a 5-star soul, I believe, for this guy. Or I sold it or something. That's pretty rare to pull that. Hey, Arbiter. Ah, Countess Licks. I don't have a use for that. So that's 50 points. That might be good enough for that 300. Another Lego. Hey, Fushan. I think I never gonna pull that Fushan. But yeah, Torax here. I don't know. I might use them for what I'm doing. But I think, yeah, that just gave me 300 energy, I think. Wow. So, anyways, I'll collect that off of camera. Let's take a look here into Curse City, which is resetting in 24 hours. Just to give you the full update of where I've made it to, I did 40 stages. Obviously, if I pulled like somebody with a HP burn or a block revive, I might have been able to take care of this fight, but that's as far as I can push. I can't take care of this. You can't really see it, but I don't have anybody to do real work here. And on hard, I've been at 15 cleared since like day 2. I just I can't push any further in hard because of Bommel on either stages. I don't have the ability to do it. It's okay, it's resetting. Gonna get a whole bunch of nice new juicy rewards. So in Siege, if you watched the video yesterday, you saw how I kind of messed up a bit, but my clan picked me up. We wiped them out in their pretty deep, heavily stacked 15, 16 team stronghold. We took care of it, and their mana shrine, it's just free capture. There's probably nobody in there by the look of that. So we're gonna farm mana orbs, pick up probably the 3,000, but I don't know about any further than that. Well, I definitely didn't expect a third ultimate Galek. The game is definitely telling me something there. What we're going to do now, though, is a clan boss hit. And we're going to do Hydra Normal. And last week I did a 9 point something million with this lineup. Man, I wonder if I don't know if I really should empower this guy, but I'm pretty sure if I empower him to a +2, he becomes my next 6-star because he's also my spider farmer. That might be the best thing. So let's see what this quick battle will probably say 2.5 million. Let's find out. Oh, well, I mean, do you keep that? I have a 1 key quick battle max chest. That's not bad at all, hey? Wow. Um, I'm going to discard that result. And that's telling me that, I've got a decent enough roster to do at least 9 million again. I should be able to. As you saw, I tried other quick battles. They all said 2 million. So whatever RNG happened there without my team setup, good enough. I'm not going to go too deep into what I'm doing after a few turns of Hydra, but I'm always going to boost everybody so they get that initial head start on the Hydra here. Then I'm going to give them their speed boost. And the reason I'm comfortable with this, I don't care. I forget this head's name. The head of mischief is going to steal my buffs, but I'm going to put a block debuffs up, hopefully, right? You see with my Wukong. So now here's the thing with Alice. I'm going to use Alice's A2 so that she hits everyone. And I hope that her smite lands on any head that isn't the head of decay. Because I'm going to provoke the head of decay, hopefully. Let's find out where it goes. So you'd rather go on the head of suffering because this head of torment, shithead, the fear head, isn't going to proc these hits. So I'm more than likely not going to save this run, but I'm going to show you how I start the setup. So Ultimate Galix got his increased attack from Arbiter. So you'll see on his A3, he has a 50% chance to apply it, but it's a 70% chance of decreasing the turn meter, which isn't going to happen. So since Arbiter gave him the buff, I can apply hopefully one or two, right? And as you saw, there's two of them. Now, you want Taragi to provoke this, and that's perfect. I couldn't have asked for a better start, okay? As you saw, the Head of Mischief tried to steal buffs. Even if it stole the buffs, block debuffs is up. So now with Arbiter only being at 69 accuracy, the odds of her applying the weaken are very slim. And you'll see everybody's got a True Fear debuff. So I'm going to actually meter boost because more than likely, nobody else is getting a turn for a little bit, right? So Tagore lost his turn. Let's see if I can get this A2 off. Nope. Wukong lost his turn. Oh, sorry. The Head of Torment does its first move. It'll proc that, obviously. So since Alice already has a True Fear, and I want to kill this weakest head that's out here, the Head of Torment, I'm going to try her A1 here. And she lost as well. So this A2 by Ultimate Galek has a chance of putting a hit point burn on by 50% if he has increased attack. And he got feared. And this is why if you have an Inquisitor Shamil, you put him in here. Because that shithead just really messed up my entire setup after that. This is the RNG, right? So I don't want Arbiter getting feared. I'm not going to attack the Head of Torment with Arbiter. That would be foolish. So the Head of DK is going to put on the shield, I believe, the Rotting Ward on this Head of Torment. I'm going to use Taragi, and again, that True Fear, everybody, that's crazy. It's a 50% chance that went off 100%. I'm actually not happy. Yeah, that pisses me off. Every single person proc, man. That's part of the joy of this game sometimes, right? Every single one of them proc their True Fear, man. That's insane. So, anyways, you're going to see something that I'm going to attempt here with my Alice. I'm going to try to bust as much of this shield as I possibly can with her A1 because I want to get rid of that Head of Torment. Obviously, it's going to mess up your entire run. Now, the Head of Mischief doesn't have block debuffs up. So if I boost everybody with Tagore, it's going to steal the increased speed and spread it around. So instead, I'm just going to A1 with Tagore. And I'm going to put it on the, what is this head again? The Head of Suffering. Because it's the weak affinity against Tagore. And I'll save my Arbiter for beating on the Head of DK. Because Arbiter's void, right? She's going to get no damage. Pardon me, she doesn't get a deficit because of weak affinity. And you'll see here that the pain link, I think it's called, this debuff on my Wukong. Okay, that's the one who I always wanted on because Wukong's just going to res himself anyways. Okay, here we go. See how everybody's now got their what do you call it here? They shared that debuff, right? Or he spread the buff. Sorry. Now I can use my Tagore and his AOE increased speed. So the True Fear is on my Alice again. Going after the Head of DK big time. And see, there we go. That's perfect. That should break the Rotting Ward. And hopefully now I have a good cycle started. Okay. So Arbiter, I'm going to use, I could use Arbiter to try to reduce the cooldown of everybody by one, but I think my Wukong's got his A3 back up. So Wukong should be able to steal all these buffs. I think. Because he died, so I forget. No, he's ready. Whew. And he applies that, block debuffs again. So I'm going to try to save everybody's bacon. And that little bit of a shield might be entire difference in this run now on this right here with Tagore. That might have saved everybody. So obviously my heal reduction debuff that's on my ultimate Galek, he's the only one who wouldn't have got a heal from Arbiter, but everybody's got that increased speed. So now I'm going to use my A2 from Alice to hopefully apply the smite debuff again. She's already under a true fear. Let's see what happens. Oh, she got it off. So to get it on the head of DK, that's the worst possible one because the head of DK is both their moves are on cooldown. So nothing's going to happen. It's not going to proc. That was like wasted smites. However, as you're seeing, I'm in a fairly decent position currently. So Wukong, or not Wukong, Ultimate Galek has, as you're noticing here, the increased attack is still at 2 turns. So I'm not going to waste his A2 to self-buff. It doesn't make any sense. What I will do is let him die and resin with Arbiter if that's what's going to happen. Yeah, I figured that he would become that target. And my Taragi has enough, as you saw, resistance that he won't get his buff stolen. So this is where it gets nasty, right? My Alice is now gone. I got to pick up my ultimate Galek to do damage. And this head of mischief is going to want to steal my increased speed stuff. So instead of wasting the increased speed essentially on nobody, I'm gonna focus to get my Alice free. Now I can pick up my ultimate Galek, and he might become the target, I think, after Wukong gets hit here. So proc, come on, War Master. I got a War Master in there. It was 8,000. So that's perfect. See how they keep picking on the guy who's going to die anyways? Fine by me. Now is the time that I use Taragi's Provoke. See how that there's the cooldown, he's ready to come back, and hopefully it lands. But obviously, it's a weak affinity for Taragi to land that. But here's what matters. Landing at least one of those, and it got 3. I can't argue against 3 hit point burns landing, and 2 of them are on heads that are going to get a turn before the cleanse happens. So right now, I can use Tagore because I believe it's going to be a buff spread instead of a steal. And this is going to hurt. If I can't get the Alice freed on this go right here with Wukong, I'm in real big trouble. So I think it makes sense if I can get it. Ally Protect. Come on, Wukong. Oh, this isn't good. This isn't good. I better bring Gaelic up if I can. Wow. I'm getting lucky here. It gets a little chancy, right? When you're like, I don't want the True Fears to proc. That's crazy. Tagore's got 245 resistance, and you saw that the Head of Mischief just stole that from him. I wonder if I should risk. I'm going to try it. Come on, reduce everybody by 1. Nobody. Arbiter's only got 70 accuracy, so this isn't going too well currently. I don't really want to take any damage with Ultimate Gaelic normally, but he's got a shield. So I'm going to keep working on the Head of Suffering, I think it's called. Yeah. So I did a practice run and I pulled in 9 million again. And it was definitely better RNG on that first set of True Fears that proc. That really hurts. So Alice, she can steal buffs. So I want her to steal off of the Head of Torment here. Yeah, and I definitely want to get rid of that shield. That's perfect. Because nothing's hurt me more than those True Fears procking. Nothing. So anybody that has an ally protect, and I think that the head of DK has the highest defense. So I'm not going to target them when they have, wow, didn't do his job there. So I tried to steal the buffs with Wukong. Obviously it didn't happen. So let's see if I can apply a hit point burn again with Ultimate Galek. That's probably the end of this. I'm not doing too well, as you saw. I should have a head dead by now, and the fact that I don't, it's a little unnerving. But let's go, Alice. Come on. Oh, and she got an extra turn. Can she get it in? Come on, Alice. Yes, that should be the end of this head soon. Perfect. That's the most detrimental head is that head of suffering, or head of torment, pardon me, the shithead. Hmm. So I'm going to make sure no one dies with Taragi here. Apply my, I think, can Ultimate Galek kill this guy? Let's try. Nope. Oh, well, that happens. Let's go. There it is. So Galek got the, I guess that fear comes off because I killed it. So I'm going to boost everybody with Arbiter. There's some good news going on there. Yep, keep picking on, no problem. Now here's the hope that the Smite debuff applies to the Head of Suffering. So I'm going to purposely target the Head of Suffering. I don't know if it means anything. Yeah, absolutely terrible. To have it land on the head that can't take a cooldown turn. That's two smites or two brimstones that proc that I'm not going to get any damage for. And that's part of the RNG. Like, I'm going to show you a little more of this run, but I'm not keeping this run. This is a terrible run for me. So I'm going to beat on the deadhead a little bit just to get some more damage in with my Tagore and Arbiter. Oh, wow. And she applies the weekend now, eh? Let's see what the strong affinity can take from my Wukong. A weak hit for 23 grand. Yep, that's pretty weak. So this run, maybe by the time it finishes, it'll yeah, let's do some damage with there you go, Alice. It might finish, with 9 million again. I highly doubt it. And I think I've had enough. I've shown you some of the cycle of this team. It's an easy one key max chest, as you already saw on Quick Battle. So that was terrible RNG. I guess just like the RNG I got from that summon session, because that was pretty terrible as well. I already have an Ultimate Gaelic. I have 3 of them now. Hopefully you get something better from your 1+1. I think this is a great 6th anniversary event. And if you want to hear something different for a first time, turn the music on just for about a minute. The update, it's got a nice vibe to the music. This was Yakety the Free. Crack a couple golden eggs and still making omelets. I've been choking on chicken this entire time. Wishing everybody better luck on their summons and enjoy your ride through the 6th anniversary of Raid Shadow Legends. Take care.